There are some secret recipes that, no matter how hard we try to replicate, we just can't seem to get the flavor right. Whether they are recipes passed down by monks or famous brands that keep their formulas in secret locked vaults, some people would pay billions of dollars to get their hands on them. In this video, we are going to discuss heavily guarded recipes worth billions of dollars. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick till the end. Hershey's milk chocolate. Once a luxury only for the rich due to fresh milk in it spoiling fast, Milton Hershey spent 3 years experimenting and perfecting his milk chocolate production before he launched the company's signature bar in 1900. In the past, chocolate was always made dark, but in 1900, the first Hershey's milk chocolate bar was formulated. Although many companies have produced milk chocolate, none of them are as creamy as Hershey's. Now, Hershey's milk chocolate is one of the most delicious chocolates in the world. At the moment, company's net worth is $35.68 billion, with $8.2 billion in sales. And the reason why is it a heavily guarded secret? Some believe it's the way the milk is processed and broken down that creates the unique taste. The company has a secret chocolate lab, and the technique to Hershey's chocolate production is passed down to the best chocolate manufacturers who must be paid well because the process is still a secret. KFC. KFC has a net worth of about $10 billion thanks to its flavorful fried chicken recipe. Each supplier produces a different recipe component. A computer at a separate supplier blends the ingredients so no single supplier knows the whole recipe. Colonel Harlan Sanders began working on the recipe in the 1940s, and today only 2 KFC executives know all the spices. The recipe is guarded in a facility that has 2 feet thick concrete walls. There are round-the-clock surveillance armed guards and even unique PIN codes for the 2 executives who can only open the vault together. In addition, not all the spices are mixed in one place. Half the spices are mixed in one location and then taken someplace else to be combined. As for how the recipe is passed on, it's rumored it's given to 2 of the highest-ranking execs chosen by previous recipe holders. The recipe was almost revealed in 2017 when a journalist from the Chicago Tribune claimed that he had discovered a secret from a Sanders family scrapbook, though KFC quickly denied its validity. Coca Cola. Revealing Coke's secret recipe has become a time-honored tradition occurring every 2 or 3 years, says company archivist Phil Mooney. Someone turns up with the formula passed down to him by a contemporary of Pemberton's. Coca-Cola is probably the world's most famous secret recipe. The company is worth about $234.5 billion as of June 2021, with revenues of about $33 billion. Coca-Cola was invented by pharmacist John Pemberton in 1886, and then its recipe was purchased by Asa Griggs Candler for just $2,500. With some minor changes, the recipe has been passed down to some of Coca-Cola's highest executives. There's also a written recipe that's hidden in a secure SunTrust bank vault in Atlanta. Stealing the recipe comes with harsh consequences. In 2007, a secretary for the company was sentenced to 8 years in prison after offering trade secrets to Pepsi, hoping to make $1.5 million. Only 2 executives know the formula at any given time, and it's so protected that they are not even allowed to travel in the same plane. Butterbeer. When Universal Parks and Resorts opened the wizarding world of Harry Potter, a recipe for butterbeer had to be invented. In pre-lockdown times, the Universal theme park's revenue exceeded $5.9 billion, and its parent company, Comcast, is worth $254.8 billion. So they definitely had the money to hire their own chef to create the magical drink. The Wizarding World at Universal Studios Orlando sold 20 million cups of butterbeer in their first 7 years of operation at $6.99 per cup. That's almost $139.8 million. The recipe took chef Steve Jackson 3 years to come up with, and very few executives know the secret. It's going to be passed on to the company's top staff only. Heinz Ketchup. The company is most famous for its ketchup. It was first created by Henry J. Heinz in 1867 with just 5 ingredients. Those ingredients include tomatoes, vinegar, sugar, and salt, as well as spice and herb extracts. These are the secrets to the condiment's delicious taste. Heinz continues to reign in the condiment world with a net worth of $49.38 billion and $26.2 billion in revenue. The strictly guarded recipe has remained almost unchanged for the past 100 years. It's estimated only about 10 people in the world know it, and we don't even know where it's hidden. It's rumored to be passed down amongst the Heinz family and only the company's very top executives. WD-40. First developed back in 1953, it took 40 years to create the perfect recipe for this industrial solvent, hence the name. The company that makes WD-40 is worth about $3.47 billion with $409 million in revenue. The recipe has been in a bank vault for over 50 years now and has only been taken out twice. No one truly knows the recipe because the product is mixed up in 3 different locations and then passed on to the manufacturers. Instead of passing the recipe down to new secret keepers, it's fragmented and producers only know certain parts, while the full recipe is kept hidden inside its mysterious vault. When it was moved in 2018 in San Diego, it was in a suitcase, handcuffed to the CEO, and escorted by armed guards in an armored truck. Chartreuse. Chartreuse is over 4 centuries old. The Carthusian Brotherhood acquired the manuscript with the recipe in 1605. Called the Elixir of Long Life, it was perfected in 1737, and the monks started selling small bottles. Bottles of Chartreuse sell for $50 or more, with some rare bottles costing $1,150 per serving. The beverage is distributed by Chartreuse, who made $22.73 million in revenue in 2020. But the mysterious drink is actually made by monks. It stayed with the monks all these years, and only 2 monks know the recipe. It's said to contain 130 different herbs, plants, and flowers, and its secrets will continue to be passed on through the Brotherhood. Bush's Baked Beans. Canning has been Bush Brothers & Company's forte since 1904. Bush's Baked Beans are the most popular in the U.S. Bush created their beans in the 1970s based on a secret family recipe. All we know is that it contains beans, brown sugar, and double-cured bacon. Revenue in 2021 so far is $155.07 million, though their yearly revenue usually exceeds $400 million. There's definitely a complex blend of flavors and spices that remains a mystery. The Bush Visitor Center in Chestnut Hill, Tennessee, houses the guarded display of the Bush's secret family recipe book, and it's expected that the recipe will continue to be passed down in the family, with only the Bushes and a few top employees in on the secret. Campari. The Campari Group has net sales of $474.7 million, spearheaded by Campari, the most popular product. Invented by the Gaspari Company in 1860, the recipe for the cocktail favored remains unchanged and a secret. All that's known is that it's made from bitter herbs, aromatic plants, and fruit, and there are anywhere between 20 and 80 ingredients in total. The only man who knows the secret recipe is the factory director in Sesto San Giovanni, Italy. Some of the ingredients are even shipped directly to his office in plain brown wrappers to ensure secrecy. Krispy Kreme Donuts. Krispy Kreme founder Vernon Rudolph bought the company's signature glazed donuts recipe from a New Orleans French chef. Krispy Kreme is an incredibly popular chain. It was bought by German investment firm JAB in 2016 for $1.35 billion, and in 2020 had revenues of $1.12 billion. JAB is worth about $120 billion. It's rumored that ingredients include fluffed egg whites, mashed potatoes, sugar, shortening, and skimmed milk. A very limited number of employees have access, and the dry mix is only produced at the company's main plant and then sent out to the stores. The recipe is rumored to be passed down to a few of the very best employees at this plant, keeping the secret safe. The recipe is now locked away in the company vault at the Winston-Salem plant. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.